What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We are in episode 4 of the Buccaneers franchise, and I think what we're going to do today, guys, we're going to do a little bit of simming. All right, we watched 2 games. I think what we should do is maybe sim these next 2 weeks, get ourselves to the bye, and then we can maybe watch the Lions game in week 6. We'll take a look after the advancing around the league to see some of the stats, see who's standing out amongst the NFL, and just see where the team ends up. I'm hoping we can at least split 1-1. Go and get to 3-1 by week 6. I think that would be ideal, but we'll see how it plays out. We have a tough matchup this week with the Eagles, so I am back to rocking pretty much everything at default except the fatigue. I did put up the 65 and I did turn off progressive fatigue for the file. I just haven't seen too much difference yet in the 2 games, enough to start really messing with it. So I'm gonna watch another game yet, and it's still a work in progress. I've been reading up on Operation Sports, and people seem to have them all over the place. But the difficulty is trying to find a balance for what I do, because not a lot of people play the way I play, as I'm sure most of you guys know that. If you search a lot of franchises for Madden 24 on YouTube, if you find a solid franchise series, it's going to be the guys playing it, which is fine. I just don't like playing that way. It's too easy. I get bored very easily. I just, not for me. This is the way I like to play, and it makes sliders very difficult. So I'm working on it. It'll get there. Don't worry about that. But for now, I'm still just rocking default. I'm on pro difficulty, 12-minute quarters. I have the acceleration clock on, and it's brought down to 15 seconds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off and then leave it at 12 minutes, because I noticed the last couple of games, I went back and looked, there wasn't enough plays being done by both sides. So I want to turn that Excel clock off, and we'll go from there and see how things go. And as you guys can see down here, I do have progressive fatigue turned off, and I'm going to leave it that way because, as I mentioned in my post the other day, this is just not something that seems to be working properly once again. And I just don't want anything to happen. I don't want things to get too crazy and end up having a bad franchise and have to rebuild it or something again. I really don't want to have to do that again like I did last year. So everything else is the same as it was, but those are the couple of changes that I made. So we'll see where it takes us from here. All right, guys, we are in week 6, and we did what I was hoping we would do, and we split. Now let's take a look at the 2 games that we just simmed. So the first game against the Eagles went very bad. 42-10, we lost. I guess I can't say I'm too surprised. The Eagles are one of the best teams in the file in this franchise. I would say Trey Lance did not have that bad of a game. In all reality, I mean, the sim stats are very bad right now. 19 of only 19 passes. Wow, that's a little weird. Trey Lance had 99.4 quarterback rating, 165, no turnovers, no touchdowns, but he was 17-21. So that is definitely going to help his stats on the season. And then it looks like a lot of running. Jesus Lord. A lot of running. Rashad Penny had 3 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts had 1, and DeAndre Swift had 1. So altogether, they had 41 rushes. That is not normal. And we only had 15. Okay, so something was a little skewed there. Receiving, Quez Watkins, 7 for 101 and a touchdown. Devontae Smith, 6 for 83. Trey Palmer was our leading receiver. That's starting to become a trend, man. Trey Palmer's really starting to show us that he can be a legitimate wide receiver. 5 for 65. I mean, not the greatest day, but in terms of what we produced, it was the best. Mike Evans, 4 for 40. Defensively, probably didn't look too good at all. Tackles led by Devin White. Any sacks on the day? No sacks for us. 2 for Fletcher Coxon, 1 for Hassan Reddick. No interceptions, and I betting no fumbles. Yep, no fumbles. But then we came back and we faced the Saints, and we won in a shootout, 35-32. And on this day, Trey Lance went crazy. 329 yards, 4 touchdowns to only 1 interception, 22 of 26 for 142.3 passer rating. I mean, you have to expect that these sim stats are going to be skewed. It's just the way the franchise works. I don't know if Madden will ever get that right, but it's what we have to work with. And then in the running game, Alvin Kamara, 12 for 133. Yikes. Another 14 for Jamal Williams. On our side, James Robinson, we had no rushing attack whatsoever. No clue why Rashad White only got the ball 4 times. But yeah, so receiving, Chris Olave, 9 for 134, and then Chris Godwin, 10 for 134. And look at Trey Palmer, 5 catches for 117 yards and 3 touchdowns. Wow. Palmer becoming one of the best receivers on our team, and he is like, what, a 71 overall right now, I think? Something really low down there, maybe even a 69 still. Defensively, let's see if we had any better day. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka had 2 sacks of his own. Kalijah Cansey had a sack, and that was it for our day. Interceptions, Duke Shelley with another one. Duke Shelley has been like the MVP of this defense for us this season, guys. I love the trade that I did for him, and it's so far it's paying off in a big way for us. Do we have any fumbles on the day? We did. Jamel Dean forced one and recovered one for 2 yards. So a good day for our defense, even though we had the 32 points given up. And now we are here. We're in week 6. We have the Lions. They are right now 2-3. We're sitting at 3-1. It's a good matchup for us to see. I almost feel like we should even sim past this week though, and maybe pick up with the Falcons, or no, we'll just watch both of them. We'll watch the Lions this week, and next video we'll watch the Falcons. It's the first season, you know, we have to watch more of these games so we can understand this team, and I know where I need to go in the offseason. So before we get to that though, let's check out these upgrade players, then we'll get into the stats and all that fun stuff. So we had a few good upgrades throughout the last 2 weeks. Kalijah Cansey gonna get one here, and I am going to do run stopper for him. He needs to be more balanced in that department for sure. He'll get 2 to block shed, 1 strength, 1 tackle. Baker Mayfield, he's going to get 1. And we are going to go field general for him. And of course, it's going to raise his strong arm, but that's okay. Logan Hall also going to get 1. And we will just keep working on his power rushing since that is fitting our scheme right now. He gets 1 to awareness, 2 to power move. Trey Palmer, no shot that he should have one, and it looks like he's close to another one as well. And I still think I should work on his route running for sure. His short route isn't too bad, but his release is horrible. So deep threat is, I think, one that has the release in there. Yeah, so actually, yeah, let's do deep threat. We'll do deep threat. 2 deep, 3 medium, and 1 release. That's actually a really good upgrade for him, because now we have 74s across the board for all route running. Release still under 70, but we're working on it. It's getting there, slowly but surely. Josh Hayes is going to get an upgrade, and we're going to do zone for him, balance him back out a little bit. 1 awareness, 2 zone. Payne Durham, what a name, man. We're going to go vertical threat for him. Alan Geiger, am I saying that right? Is getting an upgrade, and we'll do deep threat for him as well. Looks like he needs some serious work though on his stuff here. 65 playmaker, everything else is very low. So this guy is what I'm getting at, is essentially just an athlete. Not a very fast one at that, but an athlete. Yeah, 82 ball carrier, 86 juke. Wow. Too bad, what's his carrying at 63? Too bad he's not good at carrying better. He could almost play this guy as a running back. Christian Izian? Yeah, this guy irritated the crap out of me last week against my Vikings. If you guys watch that game, that interception he took out of KJ's hands. Dang, that was rough. He gets himself an upgrade here. We're gonna give that to run support. He got a pretty good one there. Before we get to the league stuff, let's look at our own team, and that is the player negotiations. Guys, I was apparently very wrong. You know, in my top teams to rebuild video and in the beginning of this series, I said that Mike Evans should retire a Buck and I was going to re-sign him. Apparently he doesn't want to re-sign with the Bucks in real life. So I'm having a hard time deciding if we should make that same decision. I want to try to be realistic here. You know, I don't want to force somebody to stay here if they don't want to. His interest is high. And honestly, like looking at this contract now, I mean, he is 30 years old. Okay. He wants a 4-year deal. 4-year deal. Can I justify the 4-year deal? Now, if he was more willing to take maybe a 2-year deal at this same exact price point, you know, 2 years, what, 40 mil? If he wanted to take this, I would probably keep him. Because at 32, he'll still probably be what, low 80s, you know, 82, 83 maybe. His speed is going to be not very good. but he is a great target to have for Trey Lance or whatever quarterback we have in the future if it's not Trey Lance. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer him this. I'm going to offer him 2 years, 40 million, right? That is 20 mil a year. He is obviously 30 years old. Not sure how much longer he's got at a high level, I should say. So, and you have to take into consideration, I have the regression rates turned up a little bit for skill positions, and I don't know what that means yet. I have not really done that for a lot, right? I haven't looked into that too much to see how much that's going to affect regression at the end of the year. We still have Chris Godwin. Trey Palmer is turning into a very good player, it seems. Hopefully his rating can catch up with that. But yeah, I just, and then looking at it too, like we have other guys like Antoine Winfield Jr. To me, that is like the biggest area that we need to make sure we get him. Honestly, I'm gonna re-sign him first. Let's see what he wants. I'm just gonna give him what he wants. Right here, 5 years, 68.5 mil. I'm okay with it. Let's see if he takes it. He does. There we go. Antoine Winfield is in tow. No need to worry about free safety now for the long haul. I also think Devin White is an important part of our future, so I want to try to get him under contract. He is happy to re-sign as well. I'm going to put that up to 21, so 3 years, 21. See if he takes that. And he does. Perfect. I'm also a little on the fence about Levante David. He wants a 2-year deal right now for 28. I need to see him after the season, though. And honestly, even with Mike Evans, that might be the case because he's 30. He's going to get hit with regression. That number is going to come down. So I might actually wait until after the season to hit him and David with my decisions. James Robinson, left to be seen if I want to bring him back. We haven't seen enough out of him. And he hasn't been the greatest for us yet from what I have seen. So does it pay to bring him back or do we go to the draft? I'm not sure yet. Duke Shelley, I'm bringing him back, guys. I don't even care. I'm re-signing him now. I'm doing it. Duke Shelley, we'll give him 2 years. We'll give him 2 years. 2 years, 8. That's what I'm going to give him. See if he takes it. He does. Perfect. I like Duke Shelley, if you guys can't tell yet. Baker Mayfield, again, not sure if I want to bring him back. He's a solid backup option for us. And honestly, in real life, he looks like he might be actually pretty good for the Bucs. We'll see if that continues. Keyshawn Vaughn, I don't know if I'm going to bring him back either. He's going to be hitting 27 after the season. He's a 70 overall. That rating is not going to go up much at all, if at all, because he doesn't play. Nick Leverett, I could see bringing back for depth purposes. Don't know if I want it to be at 2.6 million. Cam Gill, probably not going to bring him back. I wish he was better in this game for his overall. I do, because I know that he's on the active roster in real life, and you know, some of these guys just don't get any love from the sim situation. Senate probably won't be coming back. Justin School probably not coming back. Matt Filer, that one is interesting. I don't think I'd be bringing him back unless that number comes down a little bit after his regression hits. He's a 75 overall now. William Golston. A lot of these are players that I probably am not going to bring back. Chase McClellan. Oh yeah, we'll bring Chase back. Why not? I'll give him a 2-year deal for 5.6. 6 mil. 2 years for 6. Let's see what he takes that. He does. Perfect. Ticker is figured out for the next couple of seasons. And then that leaves us down here at, oh yes, I did sign a fullback, by the way. Hunter Lupke out of free agency. We needed one. I don't like not having a fullback. So I'll probably end up re-signing him. I'll leave it be for now. I haven't even seen him play yet, guys. I did that after episode 3. So we had issues at tight end, injuries and whatnot. So I want to make sure we have a fullback on the roster. He's not very good, but we'll see what happens. Joe Tryon Shoyinka. This is a 5th-year option situation. He's playing for a lot this year. If he shows me that he's worth the 5th-year option, I will definitely do it. But you have to remember he's a 74, and it doesn't matter what his overall is. He's going to have the same 5th-year option as any other edge rusher. And then we have Trey Lance, another 5th-year option. So these two guys are based off of their season. So with that being said, that's all of our re-sign players at this point. All right, and then just looking at the league news, the first one of note, Jonathan Taylor has shut down talk with the Colts. Wow, they got that right. And it looks like he will be hitting the open market in the offseason. Now that would be somebody to add to this offense, so let me tell you. And then looking here, Jonathan Coachman down here at the bottom, kicked off the team for skipping practice. Left end, Jamie Roper needs to get it together if he wants to make it in the NFL. And then it looks like there might be a couple of trades here. Will a new setting bring out the best in Ramondre Stevenson? The Ravens think it's worth finding out. Hashtag new beginnings. And another one here. Phillips' move from the Patriots to the Steelers could give him and the Steelers a spark. So let's go and take a look at the transactions. So there's been quite a few trades in the background. I'm liking this. I like seeing these trades happen. Now, are they major trades? No. But seeing that trades are happening on the CPU side is something I'm very excited for. So the first one here was Andre Dillard got traded to the Packers from the Titans. And then the Titans ended up getting from the Packers a 7th round pick and right guard Royce Newman. And then the Jets traded tight end Jeremy Ruckert to the Broncos, along with a 5th and a 7th round pick in order to get Jonathan Cooper from the Jets. The Chargers traded Joshua Kelly and a 5th round pick to the Raiders in exchange for left guard Natane Muti. Probably said that wrong, I'm sorry. And then the Broncos and Jets again. So 2 trades from the Broncos and the Jets. So Jordan Whitehead got traded to the Broncos from the Jets, and in exchange, the Broncos gave up halfback Tyler Batty? I don't know. And then a 5th and 7th round pick. And then here the Bengals traded a 4th round pick and halfback Hassan Haskins to the Bills in exchange for safety Taylor Rapp. That's interesting to see. The Cardinals traded cornerback Michael Carter to the Dolphins and a 4th round pick in exchange for Zach Seiler, the defensive end. Oh my gosh, this is what happened here. Look at this. So the Ravens ended up trading J.K. Dobbins to the Patriots along with a 5th round pick, and in exchange, they got Ramondre Stevenson on the Ravens. That obviously feels like a good fit. Now, in real life, J.K. Dobbins got hurt. I don't think he's hurt, obviously, in this game, since they wouldn't have been able to trade him if he was. But that is interesting to see. J.K. Dobbins, more of that elusive, back that can make plays out of the backfield. That fits what New England's system seems to have always been with Bill Belichick. And now Ramondre Stevenson, while he did play well in New England, seems to really fit the Ravens type of offense, right? So that makes a lot of sense. And then the Steelers also made a trade with the Patriots, trading for DeMarvin Leal. And in exchange, the Steelers received Adrian Phillips and a 5th and 7th round pick. So a lot of 5ths and 7ths is being exchanged here. Oh my God, there's so many trades. I'm gonna have to do this more often, guys. This is just taking a long time because I simmed a couple of weeks, but the Eagles traded halfback Ty Chandler to the Cardinals along with a 5th and 7th. And in exchange, they got middle linebacker Chris Barnes. Interesting. And then the Bears traded the final one here. Finally, Bears traded wide receiver Devin Duvernay and a 7th round pick to the Ravens in exchange for linebacker Tyus Bowser. And here we are on the season for the stats. So Trey Lance comes in, gets his shot, and he's got 861 yards, 5 touchdowns, so only 1 interception. Most of those touchdowns coming last week in the sim game. But honestly, 65% completion, not bad. His sim stats are definitely holding that percentage up quite a bit. Only been sacked 6 times, not too bad. He's been using his legs when he needs to. Rashad White leading us with 251 on the ground and 1 touchdown. Trey Lance, 158 for 2 touchdowns. Robinson, 41 for 2. Not much after that. Receiving, Trey Palmer leading us in catches and yards and touchdowns. 20 for 384 and 4 touchdowns. Godwin coming in at second, just over 200 yards. Mike Evans yet to find the end zone. 11 for 130. Is his 1,000-yard streak going to end this season for us? I have a feeling it is. Trey Lance and him are not connecting at all. 11 catches through 4 games is just not Mike Evans territory. And honestly, it seems like the writing is on the wall at this point for his end here in Tampa Bay. Defensively, Devin White leading the way there in tackles. Vita Vea with 3 sacks, followed by William Golston, Kalijah Cansey, Ryan Shoyanka, Servosia Dennis. I don't even know how this guy got a sack, man. 1.5 to be exact. I really don't. We've had a lot of sacks from a lot of people that I just didn't expect. And then we have an interception for David and Shelley. I swear Shelley had another interception. Maybe I'm thinking of something different. I must be. And then we have the 1 forced fumble by Jamel Dean. And now looking at the stats for the entire league. Jordan Love is leading the league. 1,400 yards, 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Jalen Hurts, 1,361, 11 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, having a much better year than Jordan Love, but technically the yards keep him underneath. And then Patrick Mahomes, man, 14 touchdowns, no interceptions for Patrick Mahomes. Aaron Rodgers, sucks that he got injured in real life, man, but here in CB Gaming's world, he's got a pretty good stat line through 5 games. Mac Jones, yikes, dude. Yikes. 10 and 10 for touchdowns and interceptions. That is not good at all. And looks like not too many interceptions have been thrown by some of these guys. Even Jacoby Brissett is having a decent day. I'm just going to sort of go down the list here a little bit, and then we'll move on to the running backs. There we go. Derrick Henry, no surprise, leading it again. He does every single Madden franchise I do. It's been Derrick Henry or Nick Chubb at the top. And it's Derrick Henry this time, 7 touchdowns, 530 yards. Dameon Pierce, now that is a new face. 525 and 7 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs, 498. Joe Mixon. Dalvin Cook with the Jets now. Ezekiel Elliott with the Patriots. Kamara. Pollard. Where is Nick Chubb? Oh my God, he's way down here. That is surprising to see. See if there's any new faces jumping up here. Not too many. I mean, obviously the stats aren't very statty quite yet. We'll have to wait till like after week 10 to really see who's starting to separate and who's doing that consistent work for their club. At receiving, it's Cooper Kupp leading the way, followed by Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Stephon Diggs, and Jacoby Myers have yet to sniff the end zone, while Devontae Smith has 5 touchdowns. Jaden Reed, rookie receiver for the Packers, right behind him. T. Higgins, Quez Watkins, and Trey Palmer. He's actually, what is that, top 20? He's the 10th best receiver in the league right now. 10th. That's saying something right there. A lot of good looks to be coming for our rookie receiver. And then on defense, Devin White is leading the league. 50 tackles. 50 tackles. Sacks, it's Danielle Hunter, 7.5. Brian Burns with 6. Interceptions, Marshawn Lattimore already has 4 of them on the year, on pace to, I believe, break the single season record easily. I mean, if that continues, we'll see. And then, yeah, just a bunch of 1s for fumbles because Madden doesn't like to simulate fumbles for some reason. Here's something I do like about this Madden is even though Jamie Roper just got kicked off of the team, they didn't take him out of the prospect pool. They did that so much last year, if you guys remember that or experienced it yourselves. And it sucked because I get it, they're not playing, but they are still draftable, right? So I should be able to scout them and know a little bit more about what I'm getting into. So he is still here. He's still listed as the best defensive end on the left side. And this is still going to be a pretty loaded class, guys, for defensive ends. I'm hoping we can get one out of here. Unless Logan Hall really starts to step up, we're gonna have to replace him. Unless he really starts to turn up. But we'll see where the road takes us. We don't have a whole lot right now on the quarterbacks, but I've been sort of looking through these guys, right? And if it comes down to us needing a quarterback, it seems as if Joseph McCoy, not really a surprise there, but sometimes they have the best quarterbacks down the list a little bit, would be the best option. He's got great elite in almost every area. And so far we know his injury is an A, his play action sucks, but his under pressure is an A. That is a big stat for having an A in. So we'll keep going with these prospects, but you can see here, even, Denzel Pierman too is another one. He actually ranks as my second quarterback at this point in the process, because he's got medium and short accuracy as an A. Deep accuracy is a C, which, you wish you see a little bit more, but how often are we really throwing deep that much? It seems to be more short throws and whatnot, so it wouldn't be a huge shock to have somebody like Pearson in at quarterback. And he's definitely, you can tell that he is not somebody that's going to be very agile compared to Joseph McCoy. But if he's got a good throwing power, he's got everything else in his tool bag for being a pocket quarterback, then that's perfect. And then here's a little tip for you guys, because as you guys know, the quarterbacks look really stupid sometimes in these draft classes. Now, I did a few different franchise files to sort of test things out. And what I have found is I think if they're 224 pounds and over 6'2" or 6'3" is when you're going to get that fat guy look. Because if they're under that, I've seen both short guys and tall guys, which I'm hoping with McCoy here, they look normal. But now, based off of what I saw, Weathersby is going to be fat. And so is, where is he? This guy here, Sambucci. Obviously Dylan Callaway, 6'4", 300. Why are they trying to bring Jared Lorenzen back? Like, I mean, rest in peace, man, but like, this isn't accurate anymore. You know, like, this isn't normal. I don't know why they would want to do that, but for the most part, it seems to be 224 is like a cutoff for the fatness if they're above 6'3" or above. If they're shorter, they can get away with it. I've seen it. Now, you can still get it on some guys, but even if they are 230 like Pearson is, because he's on the shorter end, it doesn't seem to affect them. So that's just a little tip that I picked up that I want to share with you guys if you guys are running into issues and not knowing who to draft over that kind of stuff. Well, that is pretty much everything before we get to the game. So let me go ahead and let's get this weekly strategy done, and then I will see you guys on the field. Well, we're back in Tampa for another home game. I got us in those pewter colored jerseys. I love that color, and I love this alternate. Another reason why I wanted to pick the Bucks is I love the uniforms. And today we got some sunshine, guys. It's not raining like last game. It's sunny, it's beautiful, it's Florida, of course it is. And we are hosting the Lions, who I mentioned before this game are sitting at 2-3. We've got a lot of work to do still, but Lance is really starting to come along. I really am liking what we're seeing out of Trey Lance, and I'm hoping that we can continue to get some quality play out of him. We know Jared Goff and the Lions, they have a decent offense. They can move the chains if need be. We're looking to try and get some pressure. Can we force some sacks in this one? Can we put him in a rough spot? And also, can Trey Palmer right there continue his hot streak? Let's find out. Here we go, guys. We get a chance to start things off with the ball. 1st and 10 from our own 25. Shotgun formation, White in the backfield. Lance going to throw it. Immediately gets it outside to Godwin, and he's out to the 33. A nice gain of 8 yards. It's a good way to open things up. Get us a good chunk play, and now here we go. 2nd and 2. Playbook is wide open. We're going to go play action to White. Lance steps up in the pocket. He's going to take off with it, and he is down to the 45. 12 yards on the ground for Lance. Here we go. This time it is a handoff. White off the right side gets a nice block, and he's out to midfield. So far, the offense starting out hot. I love it. Let's see if we can keep this up. Another shotgun formation, another pass for Lance. He looks right or left side again. This time it's White. Takes a shot, but he's down to the 46. It's going to set us up with a nice 3rd and short here. Got to suspect a run at this point. Single back look for White. It's a pitch play. And oh my God, that went horribly wrong. So I went back and looked at the play, and the culprit was Trey Palmer. But I mean, it's not really his fault. Trey Palmer should not be covering an edge rusher, and he was. There's a look at Jared Goff's stats. 1,000 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Part of the reason I really wanted to try and get some pressure on this offense today, because if we can force him into some errant passes, we might be able to increase that interception record. And he hands it off up the middle to Montgomery for a gain of 3, of course, the former Bear. And now it looks like Jahmyr Gibbs is checked in. 2nd and 7. And it's another handoff, and that one does not go anywhere. They'll give him a yard. Going to bring up 3rd and 5. All right, what do we get here? 3rd down. Looking for the pass. Goff backtracking, and he's going to go down. It's Kalijah Cansey with another sack. And we get that pressure I was looking for, forcing the punt. Well, we're going to get the ball back essentially where we stopped because of a bad punt by the Lions. It's a handoff to White, trying to sneak through that little opening there, but it did not work. Lions had it dialed up. Joseph in on the stop. 2nd and 9. Here we go. Palmer right there in the slot left. Lance looking. He's going to step up again and run it. He's got wide open lane underneath. Got a slide. He doesn't, and he fumbles. Oh, my God. Luckily, Rachaad White was there to pick it up. Oh, man. Almost disaster immediately. You know, I don't know what it is, man. Madden just likes to change things up every year, and oh my God! Dude! Where's the roughing call on Anzalone there, man? You did not need to Goldberg spear our quarterback into the ground like that. That was definitely not appreciated. Play action, Lance gonna try to roll out. Dumps it off to Evans, who's down to the 35. We'll get a few yards back, but not much. Here we go, Lance. Stepping up again, he's gonna run it. And oh my God, I'm getting scared now. He's running in almost every play and he's not sliding. That one went very well for us, but eventually it might end up costing us. Come on, man, we need you to throw the ball here a little bit. Just try and throw the ball. That's all you gotta do, man. Find some receivers. Hand off to White. White sneaks through that first initial gap and he'll get 4. Not the best day though for him. 4 carries, 5 yards. Has not been able to find too many lanes, and now Robinson's gonna check in for his first action of the day. And we're gonna hand it off to him. He gets up the middle, trying to get back to the left side of the center. And the Lions able to wrap him up. 3rd and 5. Okwore was in on the stop. As Lance looking over the middle, and it's dropped by the tight end. Nice defense by the Lions, and we'll have to take a 3-point shot here for the field goal. Lions coming out here for their second attempt on offense. First one did not go very well. And they're going to hand it off. Montgomery gets a nice lane off the left side. Spinning his way to the 35. A big run there. That's the best play of the day for the Lions. The last drive, of course, ended on that awesome sack by Kalijah Cansey. Figured out I've been saying his name wrong, by the way. Oh, a little RPO action outside. And that's going to find him for 8 yards. That's a nice little play there. Gibbs stays in the game, 2nd and 2. They're going to hand it off to him right side. He gets a nice wall of blockers, but he is cut off quickly. Levante David shuts him down at the 47, but they still were able to get enough to move those chains as now they near midfield. Play action, Goff, time's running out. He's going to air this out deep down the field. He's got a man open. It's Jamison Williams down to the 1. A huge play. The speedster got behind the defense. He just couldn't keep his feet in bounds to get in the end zone, but that was surely a catch. He got past, who was that? Antoine Winfield Jr. and I can't see the other number. Is that Carlton Davis? I think it was. Lions turning this game around for themselves here on one big play. Let's see if they can finish things off with a touchdown. Handoff Montgomery, wide open running lane, touchdown Detroit. And now that goes 6-3 for the Lions. Back on offense, down by 4. Lance, there we go, finally throws it and somehow sneaks it into Mike Evans out to the 40. He saw 2 pewter jerseys down there and he's just like, screw it, I'm just sending this thing. And it pays off. We get a big play. We got to keep that momentum. We got to keep throwing the ball. Stop running it every single time. Oh, read option. That did not work. They seem to have both options blocked there. They saw that coming. They've done their homework. You know, Trey Lance, you can run the read option many times, but eventually teams are going to start picking up on him. Like, hey, man, look, we know what you're trying to do here. 2nd and 11. Lance airs it out. Oh, my God, what a horrible throw. Where was he throwing that? I mean, if he was going to Otten on the outside, it was terribly off. And if he was going to Evans on the inside of that little shakedown there, he wasn't even looking. Nor was he breaking on the route. And now we have to go deep. Lance is taking a shot to the end zone, and it's incomplete. Looking for Godwin, and we're going to have to punt it away. After a quick 3-and-out from the Lions, we find ourselves back with the ball. Handoff to Rashad White. And that goes for just a few. Offensive line has not had the push. The last couple of games that we watched, really since week 1, we have not had a push up front for the run game. And oh my God, another bad throw. Looking for Palmer on the outside, but he was just not able to connect. And now 3rd and 8 from our own 33. Lance got to throw it. He's looking. He's got a man. It's Mike Evans again across midfield and out of bounds at the 46. A big play. Mike Evans, that's the 3rd time. 3 catches, 40 yards. He's almost increased his little run there. Let's say he almost increased his season stats by like 50% already in this first quarter of play. So hopefully that means him and Lance are starting to find a little bit more of a connection. We know the kind of playmaker he can be. Lance, and he finds him again, wide open down the seam for the touchdown. Mike Evans coming alive finally here in week 6. The Lions, I don't know what happened there. It looked like they caught the safety sneaking over on that outside route, trying to give help to 46, who was probably out of his comfort zone. It left Mike Evans wide open. Trey Lance gets the touchdown, and we're going to regain the 3-point lead we had earlier. Been sort of a defensive battle here in this game, as there's been a lot of punts. Oh, nice play there. Montgomery tried to get to the other side, but once again, it's Ryan Neal making a huge impact from his strong safety position. Really starting to like him a lot, man. Handoff again to Montgomery, and there he is again. Ryan Neal getting up there, helping Logan Hall finish off that play, 3rd and 8. I sort of underappreciated him, I think. You know, play action. Go off under pressure. Kalijah Cansey again with another sack. They cheaped him out of the full sack because some guy came in and hit him at the last second, but that was Cansey all the way, and we're going to get another punt. We have another chance, and we have good field position to start. 38-yard line. 8.5 to go in the first half. I formation for White. Lance rolls around, dumps it off to White, and he'll get about 5 yards. The last drive was filled with Ryan Neal making plays, and then a sack by Kalijah Cansey to end it off. As now, oh, a nice throw. Look at Godwin making plays. A bad throw by Lance. Godwin makes the adjustment, makes the catch, and takes a shot in the process. And we're going to get ourselves across midfield again. Play act. No, it is a handoff. White trying to get outside, but that failed miserably. There was nothing there for White to work with. The middle was clogged up. He tries to bounce it out, and there's 5 white jerseys just sitting there waiting for him. As Lance looks short, Palmer finally getting himself involved, and he gets it down to the 39. 3rd and 1. What do we do here? We're going to throw it. Dump it off to White, and he gets the first down. And we're going to stay in the I-form look. Lance, quick drop back underneath to Godwin again, and another gain of 9. Lance seems to be feeling really comfortable right now throwing the ball. I like it. Handoff. My gosh, man, this Lions defense has been playing really good up front. We've only had like 1 or 2 runs sort of pop off a little bit, but it hasn't been much. Well, White's still in the game. Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be? Hand it off, and he runs right into trouble. Why did it, what the hell? Why did it stop his forward momentum? Did his knee touch? Maybe his knee touched, I don't know. Oh, we're going for it. So the 4th down, first conversion attempt of the day. Lance looks right side. Naughton's got it. K. Naughton's got it for the first. Big play, gain of 5. I love to see that aggressiveness. Let's get in the end zone here. Let's make this a 10-point game. Lance has got time, and he's going to take off with it. That time ran out, and he's down inside the 10 to the 7. Big time run from Lance. Here we go, another pass. Lance quickly almost throws a dangerous pick 6. Oh man, that was tough. Gardner Johnson was all over it. That would have gone the other way completely. There was nobody in front of him. Hand off to White. White up the middle, trying to get in the end zone, but he's dropped at the 1. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Last attempt, James Robinson checks in. You have to expect we're going to hand this thing off to our power back here. We do. And Robinson stopped short. 4th and goal from the 1. I'd say go for it. Screw it. And they agree. I'm happy to see it. White is lined up now. 4th and 1. It's another handoff. And White gets in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. All right, well, after the field goal by Detroit, we had 2 punts. The Lions had to punt. So we find ourselves here towards the end of the 3rd. Detroit, a little throw over the middle to Tanyan as he gets gain of 6. And yeah, it's been a really weird third quarter. A lot of head-scratching plays by Trey Lance. He had one good, very good throw 2 drives ago, but of course we ended up having to punt as Vita Vea. Oh, not again, man. Barrett just went down again. We just got him back from injury. 3rd and 4, Anthony Nelson's going to check in. Goff, wide open receiver. I believe, yeah, Marvin Jones, the veteran, makes the catch out to the 37, his first catch of the day. Jamel Dean just trailed him quite a bit there. I'm not sure if they expected a deep ball or what. Hand off to Gibbs, trying to work outside, and he somehow gets out of trouble and is able to get positive yards out of that. I thought for a second we were going to get him in the backfield, but hey, made a good play, gets 3. Let's see what they got here on second. Oh, Goff, oh my God. Went right back to him, and Levante David smacked that ball right out of his hands. 3rd and 7, nice play. All right, can we get another play like that, though, to end this drive? Over the middle, and oh, no, he makes the catch. That was Williams. That was a beautiful throw by Goff. Fits it into a very tight window. And Williams has only had 3 catches, but he's made us pay on almost every single one of them. 1st and 10. And Goff hands off to Gibbs. Very patient running, and Gibbs is free down the right side. Inside the 15, pushing his way down to the 10. Wow, that was some excellent running, some excellent blocking in Detroit. Looking to tie things up. Hand off Montgomery. He's got a lane, and he's down to the 2. The running game coming alive on this drive for Detroit. 2nd and goal. Handoff. Montgomery. He's in. Detroit's going to tie this game up late in the 3rd. 17 all. All tied up here. Can we answer back? We had a 10-point lead. We gave it away. We need Lance to step up. Oh my God, Otten, dude. You got to catch some of these, man. You got to catch some of these tough passes. That's what the tight ends are supposed to do. You're supposed to be able to take that contact. That's like I think the 3rd time in this game that he's had a close one like that, and the ball just gets knocked out, and then Lance, dude, the point of having an agile quarterback is to not have to worry about getting sacked 3 times a drive. And so far in this second half, Lance has just not shown that he, again, oh my God, dude. What are we doing out here? Here we go, back on offense. We've had a very rough second half offensively. Trey Lance especially. He finds Palmer in the open on a screen. There we go. That's the first time I've seen us run an RPO, and it worked very well. Palmer used his speed to get outside. We had some good blocks from the receivers out there. 2nd and 1. Hand off to White. He gets outside. He gets past the first block, or the first defender, and he's out to the 46 into Lions territory. Big time run. There we go. Let's keep this thing going here. Lance over the middle. Evans for the catch, and he's down to the 36. 6 catches for 116 yards for Evans today. Handoff. White tries to get outside again, but Tracy Walker saw it coming. He cuts it off, gets the open field tackle, and sort of settles things down a little bit in here for Detroit, who just gave up 3 huge plays. As Lance back. Little dump down over the middle, and finally Cade Otton makes a catch. Much more manageable 3rd down here for us, but I feel like we need to convert this. We need to put more points on the board here. Play action. Lance over the middle. It's caught, and it's, who the hell is 87? Oh, that's Payne Durham. Payne Durham gets the play over the middle and a gain of 8. I love that guy's name, Payne Durham. Another quick one to Godwin, and he gets down to the 17. Hand off, White, right side, gets outside, and he's got a touchdown, a 2nd of the day, and we'll regain that lead, 24-17. Here we go, 1st and 10 for Detroit. They just lost the lead again. Goff calling audibles at the line. Quick snap here, hand off to Gibbs. And Gibbs somehow gets through that traffic and out across the 30 for a 1st down. That was some really good maneuvering by the young running back. Let's see if Detroit goes back to him. No, they're going to go to the air. Over the middle to St. Brown, who gets it to the 40. Goff over the middle again. Marvin Jones with the catch. Luckily for us, we were able to recover there, and Jones didn't catch it completely in stride because there was nobody behind him. So Goff's errant throw just cost them a touchdown, and I'm thankful for it. Play action, throws it outside to number 45. Is that the fullback? Yes, Jason Kabinda makes the play, gets 9. 2 tight end set. Play action to Gibbs. Goff going deep, and he's got a man open. It's Jones again, down inside the 20 to the 18. Lions have a chance to tie it right back up, but there comes Anthony Nelson for the sack. Didn't get fooled by the play action in the slightest, and we'll push him back to the 24. Another handoff to Gibbs. No magic being done on that one. He'll get 4. Still going to have to face a pretty long 3rd down. Goff back, under pressure, hit as he throws, and it's batted down by Carlton Davis. Big time play from the defense to force the field goal. 1st and 10, 5.5 to go in this game. We have a 4-point lead. We're going to hand it off to White. White trying to lower the shoulder. Dude, I appreciate it, man. I do. I can appreciate your attempt there, but that's not you, man. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. Next time, let's try to juke, okay? 2nd and 7. Another handoff to him. Oh, Jesus. Dude. And that's why you don't try to lower the shoulder, because now they think that you think you're tough. They're going to hit you even harder, man. 3rd and 5. Again, though, I respect it, but don't do it, please. Lance over the middle. Oh, he had 3 guys and missed every one of them. What the hell was that? I can't believe that Lance just missed all 3 of them. He had 3 guys all within like 10 yards of each other, and that ball didn't go to either of them. And now underneath the Williams. No, that's not Williams. Dude, does every player... Is that Williams? It is Williams. Okay. Never mind. I'm wrong. It's like these guys... Too many of these guys are wearing long sleeves. And they're from Detroit. You're in Florida, dude. Why are you wearing sleeves? Hand off Montgomery, and we do a great job. Look at that. David, Cansey, Ryan Neal, of course, back there. Neal, MVP of the game defensively right now for me, man. He has been all over this field. You guys probably haven't seen a lot of the plays because some of the drives I just skip, of course, but guys, we had a chance to shut it down. But anyways, as I was saying, Ryan Neal has been a lightning rod for this defense. He has been making plays in the run game nonstop, stopping people short of the first. And there's another big play. Cansey again. He is starting to become a menace for us on defense, and I'm loving it. 2nd and 13. Short throw off target again. Goff just seems to just whiff on a few throws, just like Lance does, which makes sense. Both these guys aren't the greatest overall, but you'd expect that more out of Lance than Goff. 3rd and 13. Can we get off the field? Goff wants to air it out, and he's going to do just that. He finds Jameson Williams again all the way to the 17, and Detroit's looking to steal this one from us. Defense has got to step up here. 2.5 to go. Down by 4. Detroit hands off to Gibbs, and he's going to get shut down after about 3 yards. David again in on the stop. But this offense, so electric. And honestly, if Goff puts that any better, that's a touchdown. Another one over the middle, and Montgomery just flying through our defenders down to the 2. And now it's looking like this game could end up needing a comeback from us. Goff back, looks short, wide open is Robert Tonyan. He got matched up on our edge rusher, Shoyanka, and that was an easy touchdown. And Detroit now has the lead for the first time since the first quarter. 27-24, and we have less than 2 minutes to mount a comeback. And now 3rd and 9. We need a big play here. Big play. And he throws an interception. That's not the big play I was talking about. It's 32 again, and he's going to take it all the way back. Why not? Just rub it in our face that we just lost this game. Well, we tried to make something happen on the last drive. We ended up failing on fourth, which is why the Lions have the ball way up here. And one kneel down is going to end it, guys. So we made some good plays in the first half. Defense had a great game. I still say that the defense played a great game. But eventually, after the failures on offense, the team just gave way. The Lions capitalized, and we are going to move to 3-2. The Lions move back to 500 at 3-3. So we did get a couple of upgrades after that game. Trey Lance getting one. Surprising, considering how bad of a game he actually had. And we're going to do field general for him because we definitely need him to be better as a passer. And 3 awareness, 1 accuracy to mid. So his stuff is starting to come together, but his awareness is just so bad. Once we get his awareness up, guys, he's actually going to be a very formidable quarterback, in my opinion. But it's just getting that awareness up. So hopefully we can get there. And then Kalijah Cansey gets another one. He just had one after the sims that we did. And I think we're going to continue doing run stopper. I want to get that a little bit closer together. And then we'll go back to the speed rusher, but he gets 2 to block shed, 1 agility and tackle, and a power move. And that brings us to week 7. So the Falcons now 4-2. They have taken over the NFC South, but we have a chance to make things even here this next episode when they come to town, and hopefully we can rebound a little bit. As for this video, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below what you guys think of Trey Lance and his performances. Do you guys think he's going to be a guy we can rely on in the long term? And what about Mike Evans? Do we give him a contract? Do we go against the grain of in real life, or do we try to build up our own receiving core here? So let me know down below. Consider leaving a like before you leave. You guys know how this helps us out, getting some traction and showing YouTube, but we deserve some more views and some more impressions. And subscribing if you have not already, if you want to see some more of this Tampa Bay stuff. Also, I will be having some more tip videos coming out in the near future, and of course slider video once I get that dialed in, and then turning on that bell notification so you know when those videos go live. And I will see you guys next time.